Go.
Alright. Well, here's my story. I grew up in a Christian home and accepted Christ when I was like 4, and obviously I didn't know what was going on, but over the years I've taken a couple times to just kind of re-examine like what this all is and why I believe it. And I've never really had any kind of big falling out. There have been some moderate times of doubt or apathy, and of course there are sins I struggle with, but I've pretty much always been on this path. So I can't say who for sure I would be without Christ, but I can say that in Him I've found so much love and joy and confidence in who I am. I mean, most of you probably know me as a pretty easygoing guy, and that's why. I know who I am. I can only imagine what it would be like if I tried to find my identity away from Jesus. It would probably be in music, but that would be so unstable. That would be so scary. Because there are so many better musicians out there, I would be constantly asking, how can I be good enough? I probably couldn't. And you may or may not know this, but I can be really self-critical. I've been blessed with a lot of talent, and because of that, I sometimes feel like I have to do everything the best it could ever be done. And that's strong enough now, even with me being a Christian, but if I wasn't, oh man, if I found my worth in music, I would be one of the angriest people you know. And it feels weird to say that because I'm not an angry person, but I would be. As for growing up, one thing I've always kind of dealt with is loneliness. And that's also a bit funny since I was super popular in high school. I was prom king, but I felt like I barely had any super close relationships. And I've always kind of dealt with a fear of being useless. Asking myself questions like, shouldn't I be making better use of all this that I have? Shouldn't I be better at having these close relationships? Shouldn't I be even a better Christian? And just having that feeling like everything I am and everything I've been given is going to waste. And honestly, I still deal with that, to some extent, and I still feel lonely. Jesus didn't magically fix all my problems, but that's okay. These questions that shouldn't I be all this, these questions follow me, but they don't haunt me. Even though I'm uncertain about those things, one thing I'm totally sure about is who I am in Jesus. And the beautiful part is, it doesn't depend on my feelings. I can be as down and lonely as I want, but He will still be there. I can be afraid and weak and tired, but I can still come to Him and take refuge. Jesus will always be there, and I can be confident in that. And I love Jesus, not because He fixes my problems, but because He first loved us, because He is who He says He is. He proved His love with His death, and He proved His truth with His resurrection. He looked at me and all my sins, deserving death, and He looked at you and all your sins, deserving death, and He said, I will take your place. I will die for you so that you can be forgiven and be with me. That's so incredible. We can accept that. The God of the freaking universe has said, I want to be with you, and we can. And that's the most incredible thing. So that's my story. Thank you for listening, and if you want to talk to me about any of this, that would be great. I'd love to see you. Thank you.